So I want to give the conclusion to the Dog Days video that I just posted. So my last piece of advice is be careful and beware of making friends in your new MAP program. And honestly, friends in recovery can be a great asset, but it's kind of tricky on the kind of friends that you make. I used to listen to I used to listen to this self help guru who would say, "You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most." And I really took that to heart. And so I urge you to find somebody in recovery and even in a MAP program that has what you want in recovery and life, and just get to know them, and just be super careful about making friends, because you got to remember what everybody's there for, man. And not everybody's on the up and up, and not everybody's there to change their life. And beware of the ones that just like smother you with friendship. I mean, if you've ever been to county jail, just think about those folks that smothered you when you walked in. There's always a hidden agenda. And I'm not trying to say that to be some kind of pessimist or say that you can't have friends. I'm just saying to you, man, I've made good friends and bad friends out of a MAT program. I've made some of my best friends there, and I've also lost some of my best friends there. I mean, people die in these programs every day, like people on the street die. So, you know, if you are really hungry for change and you are really devoted to changing your life and finding true recovery in a MAP program, keep your head down and stay hungry. I talked to a young man who has become very important to Hope and Recovery Network, and you're going to see some big things from this kid. I really think that you're going to see some big things from this kid here in the next in the near future. But we talked about this today. We talked about being hungry and staying hungry, and how in recovery and in life you can never afford to really slow down. Like, you constantly have to be reaching for that next right thing, and you have to be reaching for that resource to flood yourself. It's almost like, this is kind of gross, but this is the analogy that just came to my mind. It's almost like having some kind of sore that's infected, and you pour peroxide on it, and it just sits there and bubbles out all the nasty infection and negative stuff. That's kind of how you have to be with your recovery. I mean, you have to really just pour on positive encouragement and teaching and lessons, and whatever issues you're struggling with, whether it's anger, whether it's depression, you really have to like flood yourself with those things. Like I say, people who know me know that I am constantly listening to something that's going to hopefully better my thinking, better my heart, and better my life and my walk. You know, I've read you guys some of the devotionals that I read every single day, and I start my day with them, I end my day with them. In between, I'm usually listening to some type of self-help CD or recovery CD or Christ-centered spiritual CD or podcast. I'm constantly doing that. Podcasts are a very good resource for positive encouragement. And, we have our podcast on there. Unfortunately, we've had some equipment malfunctions and issues, so the podcast we haven't been able to give as much attention to it as I hope and plan to here in the near future. So I also want to take 1 minute to mention our fundraiser. I know that this is a ridiculously bad time to put a fundraiser out, and I really am sorry. It kind of came on a quick thing, as Hope and Recovery really needs some equipment to make our posts and our programs go a lot better. Right now, this is solely on my shoulders, where I foot the budget for the boosting the posts, and I saved the money, over the course of the last 2 years to buy the equipment, and now our computer has, crashed. And so anyway, I'm not going to give you the sad story. I know a lot's going on in Texas, and man, my heart goes out to those people, and we've had a lot of post engagements from people in Texas, and man, my heart's with you. I love you guys. Texas is a close state to my heart, man. I love Texas with everything in me. Spent a lot of good time there, got a lot of good memories, and met a lot of awesome people in Texas. So, I'm praying for you guys, and just loving on you, and just know that you guys, just in pure Texas style, are going to come out on top. And also, I know that our region, in northeast, or southeast, I guess, is getting ready to hunker down for some big hurricane, and I know Florida is looking like it's going to get hit. So I know this is a really bad time, and you know what? My feelings aren't going to get hurt, man. I understand that there is much greater places that your money needs to go. So, I put this in God's hands, and I know that God will provide this stuff. And but I'm praying for you all. I hope you have an amazing evening, and I hope you have a great day tomorrow. And we're here for you here at Hope and Recovery Network, and I thank you all so much for all your support, all of the people that watch, all the boosts of the posts. I'm so grateful. Like, I am just overfilled with gratitude. I love you guys with everything in me, and reach out to somebody today. You see somebody hurting, take a minute to reach out, even if it's only to say a prayer. All right. You guys have an amazing, amazing evening, and thanks for being with me. Goodbye.